Warning, this podcast includes content not suitable for younger audiences, or older audiences, or anybody really. Run while you still can. We're the Hapless Heroes.
Aruga.
Hello, and welcome back to another special episode of Hapless Heroes. I'm Francesco, and I'll be your host and DM for this evening as we continue our excursion into Zero's past / present. Start by introducing our party again. We have to my left James playing Sven Svensson.
Hello, good evening.
We have Mike playing Rovin Tossbottom.
How's it going?
Dave playing Zero.
Hey, folks.
Zach playing Spike.
Hello.
And Massimo playing Flareon the Barbarian.
Yeah, how you doing?
It just occurred to me, I said good evening because we're taping at night, but good whatever time you're listening to this.
I say,
Good
I
morning,
say we
good
say good night all the
afternoon.
time it happens.
We're non-discriminating.
Right, I'm not, you don't just have to listen to this.
We do not discriminate the time.
Trust me.
Yeah.
If we could be recording this on a Wednesday afternoon and not have to be at work,
Hell yeah.
we'd be doing the shit out of
Once
it.
we
Yeah.
pick up mad sponsors, we'll be recording it on Tuesdays for fucking brunch.
So that being
Thursdays for brunch, yo.
said, Thursdays for brunch.
Thursdays
Fuck
for
it, get
brunch.
together, man.
Thursday's brunch.
Continuity, my friend.
So last time on the show, or at least on this series, hopefully we're releasing them sequentially, but if we're not, last time on this particular series, Zero, we were brought back to the moment when Zero was pulled through the portal when he was in the ziggurat, and he was pulled right into what appears to be some sort of lair of Razi's. With no apparent entrances or exits except for save some portals. What we found out later were portal stones. Razi and his crew, the aforementioned gentleman I named, were sort of setting off on a mission to secure a new line of income for Razi, and Razi decided to ask his favor of Zero to assist him and his crew in this task, as he is currently being hunted and can't really do a lot on his own right now. So he sent you guys off to the world of Braxis, and kind of had to put you a bit far from your intended destination of the Obsidian Forge, which is run by a group of Dwergar, the Great Dwarves, and he wants you to essentially perform a hostile takeover and, make it his. So when we last left off, you guys decided while you were walking on this 7-day journey to the mountains where the Obsidian Forge lies, you decided to rob a caravan, as I guess evil folks do.
Yup.
Found some potions that you're not really sure what they do yet, and as well as some other alchemical supplies, but you left those there. And continued up, camped out overnight, continued up the road, and find yourself in a bit of just like a small village. On your way there, you've kind of made it at this point you're about 2 days into your journey. You're at the end of your second. You're like kind of reaching like your second night.
We took a long rest, correct?
You took a long rest, but and nothing really happened in between your long rest and your day's travel to this town.
Okay.
So So you're kind of in this town now. It's really it's not much to see. There's an inn, some houses, like a small not even a city hall, but just like a townhouse. Where the people meet. There's torches kind of blazing at the gates. A couple of slightly armed guard just kind of wielding long spears and shields and some heavy armor. Just kind of eye you as you walk in, but don't really say much. And so you guys are kind of here. It's late at night now. It's probably not late, but it's like 9-10 p.m. You guys probably figure it's good to, I'm not sure if you guys want to spend the night here or could just kind of press on through the night past the town. or what you guys are trying to do. So we'll kind of open our adventure here into this nondescript, unnamed town.
Let's kick up some dirt in this town, boys.
Is there anywhere that we could... I hate to go right this route, but like steal something to make this journey faster?
Well, I'm
Like
fiending
horses
for
or a
to-
dragon or...
As soon as he says
Eagles.
that, Zero
Eagles,
literally
fucking
kicks the dirt.
man-sized eagles.
You kicked it. Of course, because you take everything very literally.
Nothing flies over my head.
Yes, no, maybe.
Catch it.
Yeah, I mean, outside of the inn, I mean, there's sort of like that, that long wooden bar that, like the kind of people who tie up their horses on. I'd say there's right now, there appear to be about 4 horses tied up outside of this.
So it's a 4-horse town.
It's a
appears to
4-horse
be.
inn, at least. In fact, the inn is called the 4 Horsemen.
Are the horses different
So who-
colors?
Yes.
All right, this is gonna sound dumb, but who are the smallest two? Like he's.
I am enormous.
Right.
Well,
Is
we
that even a
have-
question?
No, I didn't know what.
I mean,
am I
really-
big?
Maybe 3 feet, and that's a lie.
Roven is the only small person here. He's a halfling. Everyone else is like
can't even
normal
see
to
me, I'm so
giant
small.
sized.
I'm a gargantuan.
Okay, so we could put Roven and somebody on one horse.
Rowan
Yes.
can stand on my shoulders and we become a super person. And
We really do.
We can go about it like that.
Yeah. We
So
become an 8-foot tall
who-
person.
We're contractually
If-
obligated
if
to
not
put
more.
people on each other's shoulders under a jacket every several episodes anyway.
Very
How about we get really acrobatic with it, and one horse has like an inverted pyramid of people on top of it, and they do tricks.
But you know
maybe
we're
some
gonna roll
songs.
ones,
Okay.
and you know someone's gonna get hurt.
Wait, we're trying to steal these horses? Is that what we're doing?
Yeah, and right away. Let's make this 7-day journey a 3-day journey.
Yeah.
Anybody got beef with that?
I'm trying
No.
to booze
No.
up prior to leaving. though.
Plus, we get to
That's
steal
it.
something.
I don't want to go inside and meet the people whose
I mean,
horses
does
are
anyone
stealing.
have
That seems a little
animal
mean.
handling?
I have no beef.
Remember, we-
All of
we
our
already had
rations are
issues
dried
with
goods.
Or we already tried to kind of stop
I'm a
some
0
horses?
in animal handling.
Yeah.
I'm alright with animal handling.
I'm +2 at animal handling.
And I'm Clint Westwood, cow person.
I forgot about that. You're terrible.
Ba-dum-tsh.
All right. Do we want to like go into this place and try to case the joint, try to see what we're dealing with if we do steal these
Like who
animals?
the owners of the horses are.
Yeah.
Might turn into an unnecessary fight or tip them off that we're possibly going to steal their horses.
If we go in, they see our faces.
Right.
Yeah, we're not too inconspicuous.
But I could also.
I mean, I am.
Ah, okay.
I mean, I can easily sneak in there and figure things out for you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Four
Steal the keys to
horses,
the horse.
Five,
No, I'm just
five travelers.
Steal the keys.
Do we want to break up the party to
Yeah.
do that?
Yeah, what if you get in there? Let's
Omaha.
Omaha.
Okay, again.
Funny.
Manningface.jpg.
Is that metagaming?
I mean, not really. It's just from
Roven wouldn't really
yeah,
know.
parallel timelines.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's up to you guys. I mean, I got a skill set.
Let's peek in a window.
Yeah, Roven.
How high are these windows?
I think you probably.
hold
if
you
you
up,
hop
man.
on
I can
Flair
I
on
can prop you
shoulders-
on my shoulders.
So wait, okay, so
Well,
what am I
you
doing?
just peeking through the window of the inn.
Yeah, sure.
Okay,
Perception?
sure. Why not? Give me a perception check.
19.
Yeah, I mean, so like you look inside. I mean, it's like a bar, and there's some stairs that lead up to like some rooms. It's not really very large in there. It's kind of all one open large room. With tables, chairs, bar. Not even a stage, but just like a sort of a like regressed like area in the wall where there's just someone playing some really crappy music. And
Sort of like an out of tune piano kind of thing.
yeah, more like an out of tune pan flute.
Ah.
Because it's just that bad. They're really grasping at trying to find someone to play out here.
Well.
It's the Zamfir World Tour.
I mean, there's like, you can tell there's like a lot of the townsfolk in there like drinking. This is the time where they go out to like have a beverage and just like hang out and have some sort of semblance of entertainment.
Right, but are there like scary looking guys in there?
Everyone looks rather.
We're the scary guys.
nondescript. I mean,
Right,
you see.
yeah.
So now that we see that, let's take these horses.
Yeah, I
So
mean, there's
do I-
like
do
there
I
are
notice
some
any-
like there's like I mean, I would say that there's a healthy mix of like townsfolk and adventurer types, but the adventurer
that's
types
what-
outnumber the amount of horses that are there. So like it's kind of like you have no idea who owns these horses. You would have no idea.
I also have to say this is a trigger for me. I do have a weakness for the vices of the city, especially a hard drink. So if you are going to steal the horses, I would rather stay outside if anybody's going to scope the joint out.
All right, let's fuck this chicken. Let's do it, guys.
Let's do it. Use your animal handling.
It's the
Walk
greatest
these horses
idiom ever.
away.
I don't know how you got there, but I like where we are.
It's a reference to something. We'll get into it later.
I'm just glad I'm not the only obscure reference person at any given table right now.
All right.
We all are. Okay, so what are you
I've
trying
got-
to do?
I've got a +3 for animal handling.
So you're gonna try to like tame these horses?
Yeah, I'm
like...
gonna go over there. I'm gonna kiss them. I'm gonna whisper things to them and just be.
Yeah, because
real
your
nice.
last encounter with
Sweet animal
horses worked out
nothings.
real well.
No, it's so good. Don't even worry about it.
I got this, bro.
It's so good, you won't even believe
All
it.
right, let's
All
see
right,
your
here we
animal
go.
handling.
It's a 19.
Yeah, I mean they seem to just respond to your gentle touch.
Did
They're,
you just say you
you know,
were grizzled like
sweet
8 minutes
kisses.
ago?
Yeah,
Yes,
Yeah,
but
with
if you
people.
say you're something, you usually aren't.
I'm good with animals. Okay.
Yeah.
I see.
I'm gonna go
Strong
over there.
silent type.
I'm gonna go over there and be like, "Yeah, come here, little horsey. Oh, it's well, I'm friendly to you, but no, not to people, but animals. Yep."
yeah. So I mean, you're just sitting there playing with the horses right now. They're still tied up,
Playing with the horses.
but they're definitely fond of you.
Do the deed, Spike.
So I'm assuming they're tied in some. Are they tied in any special way?
I mean, just like standard knots.
Okay.
Just pull your shoulder.
So I'll just. True, but what do we want? I mean, aren't they're tied by the reins? Are they not?
Yes.
Oh,
Right. So we don't want to cut them.
Never mind that.
Yeah. So I'm going to sleight of hand untie them. 9.
You fumble around with it, but surprisingly, and I rolled for the guards to see, and I'm just going to tell you because I feel like you should know why you're able to still succeed at this. They rolled a 4 for their perception, so they could give a crap what's happening over there. Yeah, you managed to, even though you do it quite loudly, untie these horses.
Sure.
Because
They're
one
entranced
of
by
them,
the
one of them
pan
starts trying to lick you as you're trying to untie the thing. Like you're just kind of getting distracted. You're not really paying attention to how quickly and quietly you're doing it. But no one seems to notice. Yeah, the horses are all untied. There are 4 horses untied, hanging out with Spike.
All right. Oh, these horses. Oh, we're such good friends already. I'm so good with the horses. All right, I'm done.
What do you do?
All right, so let's mount these horses and ride out of town before somebody comes looking for them.
Mount them and ride.
Right off into the sun. Is
So
already
since
setting.
there are 5 of us, I voluntarily piggyback on somebody else.
Who's
the?
That's why I was
Here's the
asking.
thing.
Like, I
Is
can
there any
double
one of
saddle.
us that's
I'm gonna
smaller?
just-
Like you're a barbarian, you're a big
Yeah.
robot.
I'm
So
just a dude.
Who's smaller of me and I just almost called you Peridot.
Spike.
Spike, you're probably a little taller as a Dragonborn.
I mean, I
Okay.
still like the
Alright.
idea of
Yeah,
him
I'm
being
like,
super.
dude.
Dragonborn
Spike's
are
just
pretty
average
beefy.
height as a human.
Yeah, I don't
Okay.
think I'm even
So you
especially
two,
tall.
Roven
Yeah.
and Spike, hop on the same horse.
You got it.
Sure. Sounds good.
And we're all riding away from town.
I
at a
named it
good
Daffodil.
pace.
Yeah, as you're riding out of town, you hear someone some people burst out of the inn I confound you! You stole my horses!
You know they hang
I'll
horse thieves.
find you!
They're throwing their hats at the ground.
Yeah, just
Nice.
Stomp
Oh.
around as you kick up the dust.
Kicking them.
There's a good
yeah,
cloud of dust there.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Big old
Big
cloud.
cloud of
We
dust.
did it, guys.
We kicked
Good
to the
job.
dirt.
I feel like I'm riding back saddle or backwards on the saddle, and just waving at them,
Some lewd
You would be,
halfling
actually. Yeah,
gestures.
yeah.
I'm totally doing acrobatics, just kind of oh yeah, totally. I'd be standing up on the rear of the horse and mooning him.
So
Nice.
these horses are going to significantly cut down the time of your journey,
Absolutely.
Boom.
which is good for you, but bad for me because now I need to still account for 2 weeks of 0 time. I'm just kidding. I'll figure it out.
We got this.
We'll fudge it.
We'll fudge it, or we'll just retcon it
Yeah.
that it was 2 weeks, and we'll
Yeah.
say, "Oh yeah, it's actually a week," because we make the rules here.
Well, that was easy. Good episode, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, all right.
All
It's
done.
been fun.
Yep. We're done.
We could ride out into the mountains and take a 4-day long rest. And then because we
Well,
have
we
to
could just
account
take-
for 2 weeks of time.
I'll come up with something.
There'll be
Just
more than
enjoying
enough
each other's
resting, I'm sure.
company.
I'll come up with
Of
something.
course.
We're just gonna keep this
bros
probably
being
this zero
bros.
series
Right.
going.
We
on for
don't
a
know
bit.
what's happened yet.
Yeah,
Right.
no one knows what's happened yet. That's the beauty of writing things as you go. You just set yourself up for either failure or dramatic success. I'd like to think it's always the latter. Anyway, so you guys are riding off out of town. I mean, you guys make it, I would say, a good, why don't we say,
If it was like 8 or
We'll
9,
say
let's
about
say
5.
we ride like 5 or 6 hours
Yeah,
out
yeah.
of town.
yeah, which is, I mean, let's see, what's the average speed of a horse?
100 miles an hour.
One
No.
European or
One
African?
horsepower.
I know the swallow.
No, I'm not asking for the airspeed velocity of an unladen swallow.
So
Terrible.
are we at a gallop speed, I assume? So probably like...
I would say so,
20
only because you're like actively
Significant
fleeing
galloping
the
speed.
Yeah,
town.
say
we
you
will
don't
eventually
know,
have
don't
to
know.
slow down from an active gallop. You can't ride a horse hard for more than a few hours or so before they decide they
So
don't
they probably
really
average
enjoy
like
it.
20 miles an
Yeah,
hour.
agreed.
I'm actually
Google.
I'm
The
actually
How
internet
fast
was
does a horse
made
go?
for questions like this.
I feel like it would be-
25 to 30 miles an hour.
All right.
I was close.
I give us a little bit
So
more.
when you
of
say
cruising
5
speed.
hours, so you're literally riding until 3 in the morning.
Oh, well,
I mean,
we're
I don't
party
know.
animals.
These horses are not going to go that hard.
Zero is fine with this, and he'll stay up all
I just
night.
want to make
Right.
sure that we're away from the people that might be able to go get their backup horse.
Yeah, so you
Or
guys
come
just like, I mean,
after.
you're taking off.
Yeah.
So it's like late night.
Right.
Okay.
What kind of area are we in?
Mountains.
Still like rolling hills and things like that.
Right.
But
Yeah.
you guys make it like a good, I would say, then
Yeah.
5 hours. Let's say 25 times. So you're gonna make what?
Well, I
Like
have my.
125 miles.
This is still
Yeah.
my preferred.
Even if they're
terrain.
chasing us, the odds of them finding us at this point
Yeah,
and
you guys
recognizing us are
Have
no
made
idea.
it a
low.
significant distance, and say you're actually probably about a day away from where you need to be now.
Okay.
If
Sorry,
you if
Fran.
you maintain a normal pace.
Cool.
But you eventually have to rest for the night, so it's about 3 in the morning now. Are you guys trying to pull the horses off the road a little bit? I mean, it's a lot of
Yeah,
tall
let's make
grass
camp.
and
Yeah,
some sparse trees and
find
things like
somewhere
that, like
with
off the
water
road.
for the horses, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, actually, well, since you're still in the grasslands,
Yeah.
Spike,
We cannot be tracked.
cannot be tracked, and Spike
secure.
immediately finds like a sort of like a pond nearby for the horses to kind of drink
Okay.
up and for you guys to kind of make a safe camp. While everyone's sleeping, though, since Spike, you are like super alert when this happens. Remind me again, like, do you have advantage on perception checks, or like, how does that work when, say, you're standing watch for the night?
So, grassland is my favorite terrain. I can double my proficiency bonus for intelligence or wisdom checks concerning grassland terrain.
Okay.
While traveling for an hour or more in grassland terrain, I gain the following benefits. My allies and I are not slowed by difficult terrain, can't get lost except by magic. I'm alert to danger, even when doing something else. I forage twice as much food. If alone, I can move stealthily at my normal pace, and when tracking, I also learn the exact number, size, and time since passing. So I guess maybe we can.
So
be
we're gonna
tracked?
have to just probably. All right, we'll just kind of ad lib it. So we'll just say that because you're super alert.
Okay.
So like you're kind of like everyone's resting and this and that kind of for the night, but I'm just gonna roll a little something here.
And Zero sits by the fire. He has no need for sleep, so
Do me a favor. Give me your passive perception score as Spike and add 5 to it. For this, just because you're super alert.
It's gonna give me a 20.
20? Okay, perfect. So you kind of hear some rustling, not too far from the camp.
What's that?
At this point, just judging by the fact that the sun is a little bit starting to come up, it's probably about 5:30 in the morning.
Okay.
So do you go to like what do you do? What do you do, Spike? Because you're the only one who hears. Everyone else is dead asleep. I mean, Zero is not.
I'm awake.
So Zero, actually, give me a perception just because. What's your passive perception?
12.
12?
12.
Okay, yeah. So Spike, only you hear it. This rustling.
Hark!
As you speak, like you kind of hear it stop.
Men, get up. Rouse yourselves. Something's afoot.
A foot would be a foot.
So we all wake up.
What
I
else
guess.
would be a
Yeah.
foot?
I am wide awake now.
Shut up, Zero.
Okay. What do you guys do now? The rustling has stopped, but
Moments ago, I heard a rustle from the brush. I think we should go investigate. I'm getting a bad feeling in my tummy.
I feel like in a very Flareon the Barbarian way, I wake up from a drunken stupor that I was in the night before from resting, and I am a little peeved that, so abruptly I was woken up. So I'm going to take one of my javelins and just kind of toss it in the direction of these bushes in like a fit of rage.
Okay.
Does that sound right?
Roll a ranged attack.
I will. 15 plus 5. So that is a 20.
20. You hear a loud, like, ouch! Emanate from the bushes, and out pops a this small
Corpse.
sized this small sized creature. It looks almost like it's got sort of like a very lizard like face. You notice it to be a kobold. And kobold.
Okay. Can we explain that?
Miniature dragon person.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Like,
Biped.
if you were to take a dragonkin and shrink him in the dryer.
Yeah. That's pretty much a
still
kobold.
a biped.
Still a biped. And you
Super
kinda-
annoying.
he's wearing leather armor, and you see him what'd you do that for?
You've awoken me from my slumber.
And he says, well, I was just backpacking through the woods here, and
Who's we?
did I say we? Massimo, or not Massimo, Flareon, make me an insight check. He's talking to you.
There's a 9.
A 9?
Yes.
You think he's being truthful? He's wearing a backpack.
Oh. Get on your way. I'm trying to sleep here.
And he kind of like pulls the javelin out from his back, and he says, "Yep, leave you guys alone. Don't worry about a thing. Just gonna pass through here." And you see, him just walking away, but the bushes are rustling a little bit and kind of moving behind him a little bit, almost being depressed as if something else was walking there, but you don't see them. It's just the one guy walking, and they just kind of started slinking away. He's got his hands in the air, just,
Quivering in fear.
you think that they were probably going to rob you or something, while you were sleeping.
Can I have a divine sense.
Uh-huh.
I sense celestials, fiends, undead, consecrated, and desecrated within 60 feet.
Mhm.
Would that be something that would be worthwhile using right now?
I mean,
I feel like I maybe should have done it before we threw a javelin blindly into the weeds, but
you wouldn't have picked them up. They're just humanoids.
okay. I didn't know what fiends meant, if that meant bad guys.
No, fiends are like demons and devils.
Or
Kobolds are
crackheads.
always bad.
Oh, they're
Um,
bad, but they're just humanoids.
As they're walking away,
Uh-huh.
I'm going to use some of my tracking skills.
Oh
Find
yeah.
out exactly.
I mean,
what
they
the
make
hell's
it.
going
It's
on.
very easy
Oh
to
yeah,
tell where they're
he's
going
allowed
away
to
from.
know size of party and all that shit.
Yeah.
On tracking, I also learned the exact number, size, and time since passing. So
Well, they just passed.
Time since passing, 36 seconds.
There were 6 of
37.
them.
38.
there's 6 of them.
There were 6 of them.
Damn.
They lied to us.
And they started heading away from your campsite back towards the road. That's where the trails lead.
Let's rob these motherfuckers of whatever's making them invisible. We got to get these guys. They've got tools that we need.
Well, I
Gladly
mean,
bash their
full
faces
disclosure, they're invisible, quote unquote, because they're just ducking in the bushes.
Yeah.
Because
They're stealthy.
Because
I
they're
would
like-
take their
I thought you were
jogging
saying
bush
the
skill.
grass was
They're
being
like
depressed
evil-
by some
evil
yeah, no,
Right.
it was
Right.
because
More or
they're
less.
3 feet tall and the grass is like 4 feet tall. So,
The grass is depressed because it was
we can't
listening
steal
to,
their short
emo
or,
music.
well, I would
music.
say the grass is like 2.5 feet tall, but they're like ducking down. Yeah, right. So, yes. I mean, yeah, you guys. So wait, are you guys taking off after them?
Man, I gladly rob these cats.
I mean, Flareon's pissed.
All right, then Flareon, just roll me your javelin damage against the one guy, just so I know how much HP he's got left.
Has left.
Yeah, well, apparently
Bum, bum, bum.
chasing these things into the woods.
I mean, are we going after these guys?
6.
Sounds like
That's
it.
a 9.
9.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So he was severely injured from that.
I mean, what's the game plan here? We're robbing these guys? We're just a band of thieves?
Well, I've already
Right.
put a javelin.
Well,
We're
yes.
employed by a
That's
devil.
a rogue.
One of these guys'
what we are
shoulders.
is a band of thieves.
Right, but
What's our mission again?
shouldn't we
Yeah.
be heading to the...
Leaving a trail of blood to probably where we're
I
trying
mean, it's
to go
5:30
anyway.
in the morning. It's like crack of dawn right now.
Yeah. We gotta
All
get
right, so then let's...
You guys
whatever,
slept
yeah,
for
let's
breakfast
like 2
fight.
murders
hours. You guys
and-
had a short rest, pretty much.
Right.
out
These
of
are
that.
breakfast murders. These are like, you know,
I feel like Rogue
we've had
can
a
rob
we've
these
had a
guys.
So you guys are
Absolutely.
tracking. So you're tracking
It's
them.
not really a challenge for him. He's not
See where
really
they
one way or
take
the
us.
other. If you guys want to go for it, let's go for it. It's not
See,
much of a challenge
This would
for
be
me.
the kind of party
Into
that
it.
Roy would really want to be in.
Do you bring the? Are you like packing up at all? Or are you just kind of tracking them down, leaving all your stuff at camp?
I mean, we'll pack up and we'll track them.
Okay.
You know, I don't want to leave anything unattended.
Yeah, bring the horses with you and stuff too. Okay.
Zero's belongings right now consist of a large crossbow, because that's all he was dragged through the portal with.
Yeah, and his greatsword.
Oh, yeah, that too.
Yeah. Okay. So, you guys, after packing up camp and like kind of grabbing the horses, Spike is easily able to track the.
I lean down
Yeah.
and I take some dust and sort of rub it on my upper lip, and my eyes roll back in my head, and I just start speaking tongues, and then I point in a direction.
Yep. Yeah, that sounds about right. Okay, but yeah, you guys make it. So you guys, when you make it back to the road, you can see that they have already kind of set off a bit, but they're not too far. Quick ride, you'll be right on their tail. Because you can see that
Are they riding in the direction that we need to be going?
The depressions
Yes.
in the
Okay.
grass, but no, you had to
Yeah, they're
sprinkle
just
some
walking.
dust on it.
Yeah, they're
Well,
just
right,
they're
they
walking.
could be walking away from the way that
And you can see that
Oh, in
their
which
their
case we
footprints
don't need to follow
are
them.
in the side of the grass.
We saved
So
some
like, or on
time.
the side of the road. Like they're like not staying on the road
Except
itself.
they're
but, like
going
walking
back
along the
towards the
side.
town we
I
stole
thought you meant they were
horses from
walking
and
sideways
couldn't tell
on the
people
blades
No,
of
no,
grass.
if under duress.
Good point.
All right, so
Now,
So
Rogue
they're
doesn't
trying
claim be that
to
intelligent.
Yeah.
they're trying as best as they can.
And
to
Zero
not
doesn't
be
claim to
tracked.
give
correct.
They've got something to hide.
Ooh,
That or they're just scared of you
Kobolds?
guys. All right, but yeah.
They
So
did
I mean,
lie to
are
us.
you pursuing like hot pursuit at this point?
Yeah,
Okay,
we've caught up.
hop
to
on the
them.
horses.
At least a tepid pursuit.
Yeah, so you guys like said as you start catching up. I mean, you kind of crest a hill and you see right down the road. They're sort of trying to hide in like the tall grass on the side, but it's not working out so well for them.
Maybe
'cause
about 120 feet away from us.
I would say 60 feet away from you.
I'm going to throw a javelin.
All right, I'll give you this. I'll give you a surprise action, and then we'll roll initiative.
Well, now,
Yeah,
not
what
to
do you
be against the party and all, but 4 of them are controlling the horse.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm sure you can make a one-handed toss with a javelin.
Isn't a javelin a one?
Yeah,
Yeah, true.
I would say you can still do it. Yeah, go for it. Who are you throwing it at? There's 6 of them. One
You've
of them
got
is heavily
advantage.
injured.
I'm throwing it at the
I'm
one
set.
that
I'm double
Massimo.
crossed.
The one that's got blood all over himself?
Yes.
Yeah.
The horse
All right.
one,
Just so
and
that
then-
his friends can see what's
True.
coming.
Sure.
I sneak attack too.
Fucking fuck. Not enough.
See,
What was it?
I said this was not a good idea.
7.
7? Yeah, so like the javelin like just like sticks into the road beside them, and they see you guys, and they kind of like jump up, like 'cause
Sorry,
they're very
team.
surprised. And we're gonna roll initiative. Flareon, what's your initiative?
5.
Robin,
4.
0.
9.
Spike,
That's a 3.
Sven.
5. And Flareon rolled a 7. You add your 2.
7.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
yeah. Add your initiative bonus.
wait, hang on. Yeah, it doesn't matter. All right, no, I rolled a 6. Sorry, I said 3.
Yeah, you said 3.
Okay.
Much different.
Yes, with our rolls, yeah.
Okay.
Quite a bit.
Yeah, how did I win that with a 9?
Because this is the hapless heroes.
Yeah, but
Hey,
you're the
side
hapless villains
episode.
right
I'll
now.
have you know, only
Haplessly.
one came up on a d20 on that one.
Glad to waste it on initiative.
We are not surprisingly going to start our initiative with the kobolds. So we'll say kobold 1. We'll call him Mr. Injured.
Quick too.
You guys are still kind of far away. He's still going to try to retreat a little bit. He's going to hike it back another 10, 20 feet, maybe 20 feet, and then pull out a hand crossbow and fire it at Flareon. Does a 7 hit your AC? No.
Nah.
Okay. The other 5 of them Or I'm just gonna just pull out hand crossbows and just start firing randomly at you guys. So we'll say since there's 5 of them, another one is gonna go to each of you. So Sven, 11.
Nope.
Roven, a 23.
That sucks. Yeah.
Okay, you'll take 6 piercing damage. 0, 10.
Negative, Ghost Rider.
Nat 1 against Spike,
That's right.
and his hand crossbow breaks.
Nice.
Womp womp.
Forget about
And another one towards Flareon, we got a 23. Which is also a hit. And you're not raging yet, but you only take 4 piercing damage.
Ah.
And we're going to go... They all kind of like are now at this point about 80 feet of you as they kind of try to retreat a bit because they know that they're outmatched. 0.
Okay. I will shoot at Kobold number 4.
Why not?
Hey, I just rolled a d6 for it.
Yeah, nice, okay.
That will be a 9 to hit against AC, which should not do the job.
Nope.
Unless they're worse than naked.
They are not worse than naked. Anything else from you? You advancing
They've
at all,
had
or
their skin peeled off, apparently.
you're 80 feet away?
Between 1 and 6, whose crossbow broke?
5.
5. Yep.
80 feet's a bit of range. That's probably why I missed. So I'll try to close the gap a little bit after firing. Move about 30 feet forward. Should put me at about 50 feet. And then I'm going to go to a crouching shoot.
Oh, yeah, so that for next time?
Yep.
Sounds good. Flareon the Barbarian.
And how far away from me?
80 feet.
About 80 feet. I'm going
Yeah.
to try to advance on them.
So you can go up about 30 feet.
So I'm going to try. I'm going to move,
Yeah.
advance towards them about 30 feet. I'm going to take out my my hand axe.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to just try to fling one towards the.
A hand axe?
Oh yeah,
Which one, the injured guy?
towards the sucker that
That you
broke
already
his
hit
crossbow.
earlier. Oh, that broke his
Oh
crossbow?
yeah, I'm going for a new guy.
Okay. Sure.
All right. This is a 9, so that's plus 5, so that'll be a 14.
14 will hit.
14 will hit. It's a 6 plus 3. That is a 9.
9 damage?
Yes.
That d6 is rolling hot for you tonight.
Yeah, right?
Big time.
Yeah. He's also just as injured now as
Real
the other
hot.
one.
Bleeding everywhere.
Okay. And so you've advanced a bit, though. Spike.
All right. Double fisting my crossbows.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to aim them both at lucky number 3 here.
Do it.
That's a 9.
Nope. What's your offhand attack look like?
Offhand attack.
Yep.
It's your second crossbow.
D20.
Yeah. You roll once for each.
All right. That's looking somewhat better. That's a 16.
That's definitely a hit.
Okay. And it is... Nice.
Wow.
That's a 9er.
You guys are hot rolling on those
Loaded
D6s.
sixes tonight.
Boom.
Also, seriously injured. Did you advance at all, or are you kind of maintaining your position where you are?
I'm at a slow pace because I don't know what they have. I'm approaching. I probably move 25 feet closer. 20 feet, we'll say.
Okay.
Which puts you at 70.
So,
No, did we
60
start
feet.
we started at 80, not
Yeah,
90.
you're
Okay.
at 60 feet away. Okay.
Blah.
Sven.
I'm going to throw another javelin.
All right.
Do it.
Who did I hit? Because I sure as shit didn't hit who I was throwing at.
So
'cause
did you roll on that
that's
one?
a 1.
That's a 1.
I'm pretty sure. Is that a 7
That is
or a
for-
1?
that
No,
is for
yeah,
sure
that's
a 1.
That's a 1.
That's for sure a
definitely
1.
Well, listeners, welcome to the Hapless Heroes podcast.
Wah, 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 wah.
You
Now it's
actually,
official.
as you go to throw it, it kind of sticks in your hand. You end up like pole vaulting with it unintentionally. And you are 10 feet ahead, but you are on your butt.
Awesome. Idiot.
You can use half of your movement to stand up.
You know what? Just for the one,
You're just going
I'm
to
gonna
sit there
stay
and
sitting
just
down.
take it. Yeah. Okay.
Sven just puts his hands over his face and you might be able to hear him slowly sob once or twice.
Okay.
Softly.
Fair. Rovan, what are you doing?
As my javelin softly weeps.
So I am 60 feet from the kobolds, correct?
You are 80 feet from the cold.
80 feet. Okay. We're on a road, correct?
Correct.
And there's like bushes.
I kind of forgot you were also on horses, guys.
Yeah.
So you were actually able to move, we'll say, much farther than you maybe had originally intended.
Well, where did you move?
I'm
So
still
you pole vaulted
at
with your
Sort of
horse.
a slow trot.
It's fine.
We moved to like 20
Same thing
feet
happened. You're just
closer
sitting on the
to
horse
the-
now, but
30
like
feet
on your
closer.
back.
Okay.
Horse is fine. I would have made you stab it through the horse's head if I had remembered at the time, but we're not going to do that now.
That would have been bad.
I'm going to dismount the
Little
horse.
Yep. You're not the one driving it anyway, so.
Right. Yeah. I
You
no
drive a
issues.
horse? So you're riding. You're not, yeah.
No, you drive it. It's the driver.
Navigate the
Why not?
horse.
Drive it.
Pilot?
Pilot the horse, yes.
Horse and ear?
Let go.
Yeah, let's see what you do.
So I'm going to go into the like grassy area of the side of the road.
Mhm.
Kind of hide myself a bit, and I'm going to crossbow number 6.
Yeah, okay.
Since I'm hidden, would that give me advantage?
He's not the one who shot at you, so yeah.
Correct.
Well, I wouldn't give you advantage, but I'll give you a sneak attack on the one.
That's what I'm looking for. All right, cool. So crossbow it. 15.
Hits.
Cool. Damage is a 9 plus.
Damn sixes,
7.
though.
All right.
16.
He did.
Yeah. You're welcome, guys.
Would
Thank
you
you,
like to
sir.
describe your...
Yeah, so like I said, I kind of sneak. Nobody's really paying attention to me except for the one that shot at me, the jerk. I sneak into the grass. I kind of hide myself, use that as leverage. I aim at number 6, who's kind of just like pitter-pattering around for some reason.
Take
I-
these last couple breaths.
Shoot, and I get him right in the back of the neck. So kind of
Oh, yeah.
protrudes.
Sort of a blood-curdling, like high-pitched yelp
Yeah,
from
like
this...
like a gurgle.
yeah, very much so.
Yeah.
Nice.
Spurts of blood coming out.
And he just kind of falls
Oh,
face
he's
first
leaking.
Yeah,
down.
he's
Oh,
leaking
he's
pretty
leaking.
good. He's leaking hard.
3 of them are leaking hard pretty right now, and one is dead. So we're going to go back to these now 5 remaining kobolds, and they're scared. While terrified, they realize also that maybe you're not as super competent as they thought you initially were.
Maybe
Looking at you,
even a
Sven.
bit hapless.
They're all going to take advantage of the fact that Sven is kind of prone on his back on his horse,
They all like
and they're gonna. Well, I mean, 4 of them are gonna synchronize, try to shot at you. So four crossbow bolts trying to sail at you and your horse. The one guy's is broken, so he can't.
I'll fight in the shade.
13,
Miss.
21, 20,
Hit.
and 24.
Miss.
Yeah. So 3 of them hit you.
Divine intervention.
That hurts.
That's gonna hurt. It's gonna sting a bit, I imagine.
Any last words?
I'm not dying. This kid's alright.
Yeah, we didn't shoot him.
21 points of piercing damage.
still alive.
The kid ain't shook.
Still
Hanging
living.
on, hanging on.
Probably not by much, but still hanging on. Yeah, what are your hit points at, by the way, right
Don't
now?
worry about it.
Don't worry about it. I'm the DM.
What are the hit points at for all the guys that are back there?
I can't tell you that.
Right, I can't
I'm
tell
behind
you
the screen.
that.
You're not. I can just
He's
lean
supposed
over.
to be fucking omnipotent, dude.
You're
Right.
gonna make me lean over?
The
Omnipotent.
screen isn't a wall;
Omniscient.
it's one-way glass.
7 hit points left. Okay.
I thought I could keep that a secret.
No, you can't. There are no. You are not allowed to keep secrets from me. I keep the secrets.
From him.
Look
Yeah.
at him; he is the captain now.
Yes, Papa.
This guy. Okay. And the other one who is now down to just his short swords pulls those out and starts charging at Flareon. And he makes it to you because you're approaching him on a horse and he's not.
Yep.
But he just kind of tries to leap in the air and make
Does he have? Oh,
some slashes at you. 14.
That is a hit.
Okay. And definitely a hit with a 20.
Ah,
Should have been raging.
should have been raging.
10 piercing damage.
That leaves me at 21 hit points total.
Oh, you're still fine then, Mr. Barbarian.
Flareon.
0.
The barbarian.
0 and takes another shot at number 4.
Mm-hmm.
This time it is a 23 against AC
That's absolutely a hit.
and hits for 7.
Good hit. He's still standing, but not
you
by
shooting at?
much.
Number 4.
Yeah,
Very
It has
Very
not been
nice.
previously damaged.
uninjured. All right. Still advancing 0. I forgot you're on a horse.
No, not advancing.
Okay.
Sitting still on horseback 50 feet out.
Okay.
It's
Flareon.
a good advantageous position to shoot from.
So now I'm a little perturbed by number 5's choice of actions there. So I am raging right now,
Oh yeah.
very hard. I'm assuming he is right next to me and my
He's
horse.
there.
I dismount this horse. I wield my great axe,
Uh huh.
and I'm going to try to slice this sucker in half.
You
Let's
should've
do it.
stayed on the
All
horse.
right. So that's a 10.
No. You miss. As you kind of dismount, you don't really do it as gracefully as you thought you would, and your great axe kind of comes like right next to him, but you don't manage to make the hit. And he kind of taunts you,
Darn.
but like kind of like like clinking his swords together, like like he's ready to fight you.
Come at me, bro.
Spike.
Right.
Right.
Going back after number 3. He's got my eye now. He's my favorite one now.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna get him. Take him to Crossbow Town.
Okay. See it happen.
Take you to Pound Town.
It's 18.
Hit.
That is 6 damage.
Dead. What does it look like? Like
It's pretty simple. I just crossbow him straight through the chest, and he just,
just falls back. Yep,
He just
you still
slumps and is a pile of little guy.
nice. You still have You still have your offhand attack as well.
Going after. Let's go after 2.
Yeah.
The only uninjured one.
It's 21.
Hit.
That's 7.
Strong work, fellas. Sven, would you care to stand or sit back up now?
Yes, I'm going to sit back up, shake the cobwebs out,
Uh-huh.
and then, if memory suits, 1, 4, and 5 are still away from us. 2 is the one that's fighting Massimo
5 is the one that's fighting me currently.
without the crossbow.
Without the crossbow.
Okay. Either way, I'm going to gallop on my horse,
Uh-huh.
pull my greatsword,
Uh-huh.
and swing at number 1 as I
Do it.
ride up on him.
Do it.
19.
Hit.
And that does...
What's your minimum damage with that?
Don't worry about it. I want to roll the whole fucking thing.
This is how you know your players are engaged.
Yeah.
10 slashing damage.
Yeah. Describe it.
Head lopped clean off.
Thank you, sir.
Beep beep. He's a jeep.
That was
Number
number
one.
1 is gone. That was the one that you originally hit with your
That's,
javelin when
that
he was
was
wrestling
the
in the
guy
bushes.
in the bushes. That,
Yeah. Roven.
Okay. Let's do, because I can use my dash probably to sneak right up on.
What's your maximum damage? I don't give a shit. I'm hitting this guy.
Let's go with number 2.
Yeah.
From behind with my short sword. Advantage.
In the billiard room?
See, the
Coming
thing
out
is,
of the bushes. He doesn't know I'm there.
I mean, here's the thing.
It's gonna be fun.
Yeah, go for it.
That's great. Hilarious.
Wow.
Had I only rolled, though, I could have used my lucky feat. But I have only rolled a 10.
Well, I think lucky allows you to roll it on any
Really?
one. You can re-roll any one.
Lucky. When I roll a 1 on any attack roll.
So even though it was, yeah,
Oh, well, 13.
it still doesn't do it though.
Damn it. Mother cripper.
We're back to our kobolds who are still kicking. Hey Sven, they want to finish you off. These 3 remaining kobolds, I mean, they're all having a bad day.
3 of their homies just got slaughtered.
Oh yeah,
Real good.
They just watched me cut their leader's head off.
they have a feeling that their minutes are numbered at this point, their seconds for that matter, and they want to take one of you down along with them.
Cocksuckers.
So again, they're all going to point all 3 of their hand crossbows. I will give, because I believe that some of them are engaged physically.
One with me.
One with Massimo.
One with Flareon.
Flareon the Barbarian.
One with Flareon.
But the other two, I don't believe are
Is anyone else
melee
in hand-to-hand combat
contested.
right now?
No,
So one guy's going to roll with disadvantage.
I'm not
Cool.
close enough to do it.
I have a feeling all three are going to miss.
Let's see. First one is a 18.
Fuck, Ricky.
Second one is an 11.
Miss.
And the one with disadvantage, gets an 8.
He missed.
So one hits you.
And he hit me by the skin of his fucking balls.
Well, we better hope the skin of his balls isn't very tough.
But
You're an asshole.
But he hits you for 9 piercing damage.
Oh.
Sven is down.
Sven
is down.
for the count.
Nice.
Oh yeah, I guess just for the record and for the audience, like, you know, like every time we record an episode, like it's kind of like a party at our house. Like, you know, like we're here at our table, like with my wife and like, you know, sister and everyone are just like hanging out, like, you know, drinking wine and shit. So like they're like all like actively engaged in this story as it's happening. They're like, you gotta kill Sven tonight.
And
I just
he's
think it's
down.
hilarious.
Sven is down.
Sven is down
For now.
for now. Zero, we're gonna go to you.
Fucking
Well-
twats.
We're going to keep shooting at number 4.
Get him, Zero.
And that's a 13
Not enough.
blast.
Blast. And that's
Big
about
set.
it for all Zero. Yeah, moving at all.
No.
Still
No,
staying
I
where you
like where I am. 50 feet is a good shot for me.
Mhm.
If they want to come for me, they have to take 2 turns doing it.
One of them says, "Not good enough." Sorry, had to jab.
Okay. He's just going to keep
He's just
staring
gonna-
there.
Yeah. Flareon, the barbarian.
Because these folks keep talking shit. One just
You are physically engaged with one of
I
these buffoons.
physically engaged with this buffoon. Still have my great axe out. I'm gonna
Sure.
try again now that I've been dismounted successfully to
Yeah, let's see it.
slice this man
Let's see it.
in half.
Let's see it.
Did he just say, I've been dismounted successfully?
I've dismounted
No, but I'm pretty sure.
successfully.
In the recording, leave this all in because I'm pretty sure he said, I've been dismounted successfully.
You were
So
dismounted
now
by
I'm
the horse.
free to move because of it.
The horse got off of you.
That is a 19, my friend.
Yep, that's a hit. Let's see it.
So I've hit this man. That is a 10.
Okay, what does it look like when you murder this fool?
I wield this great axe, 2 hands right above my head, just like I'm chopping wood. I slice all the way through his body, leaving him in 2 pieces, while everybody else watches and claps for me in infamous glory.
At least you imagine that in your head.
Right.
Yeah, we're all still.
We all still realize that there's 2 other guys alive. You haven't
But
finished
just
the fight or done
just for
anything
me,
good.
I feel very, very satisfied by my kill.
Sure. Spike, what are you doing?
Getting me
Ooh,
up.
I'm gonna go for 2
Getting me
and
up.
4.
Getting
I'm
me
gonna
up.
aim for
Getting me
2
up.
first.
Getting me up.
Oh wait,
No.
I thought you
know
were
if you have a
dead.
healing spell?
He's
Does anyone
down.
have a healing spell?
He's unconscious, bleeding.
I think we're okay.
Yeah,
Alright, fine.
no, Spike's not gonna do that.
Spike doesn't care about your problems.
Spike's
Spike
like,
would care if it was an animal.
all Spike is thinking, good riddance. Now I have more of the pot. That's all Spike is thinking.
Right?
Fair enough. Spike.
Cutthroat.
I'm gonna aim at 2 first.
Got it.
What are they called again?
Kobolds.
Yeah,
The first, the second kobold. Number 2.
couple number 2. He's going down. All right,
Yes,
that's
he
a
is.
24.
That's definitely a hit.
That's a 7.
He's dead. Right through the face.
And number 4. Yeah, that's a 10.
Nope.
All right.
Any movement, anything else from you?
Nah.
Okay. Sven, make me a death save.
Boom! I'm standing
It's a
up.
double
Is
success.
it a nat 20?
That's 20.
You stand up with 1 hit point.
Boom.
There we go. See? He
Very
said we
nice,
were
very
good,
nice, very
and we're
nice.
good.
Sven
Good.
is not down anymore.
Sven is not down.
All right, but that's your turn. So Rovan.
Unsheath my crossbow and go at number 4.
Okay.
Last guy standing. Yeah, no. I got a 9.
Nope.
Yeah. I fail miserably. Disengage and trail off.
Okay. So this last kobold is still
Holding his own.
holding his own, but now he's got a bunch of people on him. But you said you disengaged from him. All right.
Has this one not wet himself yet?
No, I mean he's fighting to the death.
All right. Is it feisty little guys?
Yeah.
I feel like we have him pretty flanked at this point.
Yeah, he's not going anywhere else. He's going to try to take somebody down. See Sven stand back up.
Cocksucker!
But he was already mid-run towards Flareon, so... And gets you for a 23.
Well, that's a hit.
5 points of piercing damage.
That means 16 hit points left
And he
for
spits it,
Flareon,
and he spits at your feet.
the barbarian.
0.
So how far? Let's see. I had gone out. So he's come towards us a little bit.
A little bit.
Okay. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Let's see. We're going to spur the horse forward, unsheath the great sword from my back, and attempt to do a drive-by.
Worked for me.
Looking like
A drive-by slashing.
with this big honking sword.
Right.
Looks like it's, you know.
Could we call it a gallop by?
We are going to call it a gallop by, and I'm going to redact the and he's coming full on this guy.
Yeah.
With a 17.
Hit. Just describe it.
He doesn't swing for the neck to lop off the head. He goes for the center of mass and splits him in half.
Excellent.
Not
You're
even
a robot.
stop.
You got
Holy
robot
shit.
muscles.
Yes.
Yeah. Putting that whole
Really
weight
gets
of a
him
charging horse into it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they're all dead.
Yeah.
Strong.
Let's loot,
Word.
boys.
Yeah,
Yeah, that fall. All right.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
It's-
you can
it's
tell that
sweet.
in their
God,
packs
can
and
we
things
put
like
that
that, there
there
was
anymore?
a wide variety of items that had been pilfered, probably from other unsuspecting and less well-armed travelers. Among them, you find...
Oh, so these guys were assholes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah,
They lied to
Alright.
us. Of course they were assholes.
Horrible.
they're cold.
The character never
Bad
cared.
hombres.
Just myself now, I feel less worse about just murdering randos in the
Oh, yeah.
prairie.
Much
yeah.
less worse.
Never feel bad about murdering kobolds.
Okay.
But among that, you find about actually 200 gold among them, and then, I mean, just sort of your standard weapons and armor and stuff like that, but it's all like armor's all small.
So Sven will step forward and grabs the 200 gold.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to throw 50 to Flareon. He's going to throw 50 to Spike. He's going to throw 50 to Roven. He's going to keep the last 50 for himself, but he's going to take one of the 10 gold and flick it over to 0 and tell him, "Nice fight, big guy."
Okay. All right, well, now you have a bunch of dead kobolds on the road and some injured party members and another day's journey ahead.
Should we go ahead and hide these bodies real quick?
I feel
Nope.
like we should show our athletic prowess. And
We're out in the middle of
leave it
nowhere.
right in the
All right,
road.
fair enough.
Yeah, we're not in the city.
Birds will pick them.
Right. Vultures will get him. Someone else will come by. Nobody saw us.
I do clean off my blade on the cloak of one of the one I just killed.
Yeah, sure.
Top half or bottom
Absolutely, you do.
half?
Well,
Which half do you clean the cloak off?
cloak attaches at the shoulders, so top half. And then throw down the cloth on top of his face.
Well, it's still rather early in the morning. You got some injured people. What are you guys doing now?
Onward.
And forward.
So,
Or I guess we.
how does this lay on hands do? Because can I do that to myself?
Yeah, you can touch yourself.
And that. When I think about you, I touch myself.
He's in a little bit of hand-to-gland
Well,
combat.
we could probably use a rest too, right?
You can take a short rest here.
Yeah.
There's no one else around.
Oh, wait a minute.
A rest would do me well.
Spend some
Wait
hit
a minute.
dice.
Wait a minute.
Fran, I don't like the look in your eyes, man. You're about to straight fuck
I'm
us
I'm
up.
just sitting
Do it.
here.
I don't know, man.
I'm just sitting
I'm getting
here.
a read on you, man.
About to do it.
No,
I smell something bad.
Don't
happening.
read anything into it. We read too much into it in the last game. No, it doesn't. It isn't. It doesn't. And it won't. He just makes that look sometimes to get in your head.
Oh, what are you doing?
I used to hit die.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to use some of my lay on hands
Oh, okay.
to
How much some
max
points of
myself
that?
out,
Okay.
which is 9 of the 15 that I can use.
Yeah. So until your next long rest, you only
I have
have was it
six.
6?
What are you doing with your hands? Nobody shot you there.
You plug up some of the holes.
Yes.
Someone like to give us a short rest montage?
Stopping the bleed, not
I thought maybe
montage.
Massimo would want to do it since he doesn't get to do these all the time.
Do I have a little bit of encouragement?
No. Okay, just say something after I'm done here. We're coming back from the short rest montage.
Yeah.
Like, dude, act like you've seen any montage movie ever made, ever. You're looking at us dumbfounded.
Yeah,
like
we're
you
resting
don't know
real
montage.
shortly, and it's really, really nice, and I'm gonna rest because I'm gonna try to fight. Yeah.
That was awesome.
Freebird.
Thank you.
We only play late 80s Billy Joel.
Thank you very much.
No
For
Mustang
being put
Sally.
on the spot, that was well done.
Yeah.
Strong work, son.
Appreciate it.
So we're back from our short rest. You
Just
know,
kind of say whatever.
Also,
comes
I
into
just
my
want to
head.
say, I think Massimo expected that, or he thought that we expected way more than.
The bar is set very low.
Zero.
No,
expectations.
Yeah,
Very,
bars
very
are-
low.
Yeah.
He went above and beyond on
Yeah.
that one.
Yeah, you know what? Let's give him inspiration.
Yeah.
Inspiration.
Nice.
That's a chip you can cash in for advantage anytime you need it.
I'll take it. Appreciate that.
But
Pretty
you
much.
can only use it this session.
Which there's only a short time left in, but it's okay.
So you
Double
A
I.
short rest left in.
Perfect.
Use it as soon as possible.
So, probably setting back off on the road, I assume.
Mhm.
Yep.
Bandaged up. You're feeling good.
All of our horses survived, so
Sven,
we can.
Sven
Sven's back to
laid
whole.
his hands on himself for a bit.
F those kobolds. Took some time by myself in the bushes to tend to my wounds.
Lay his hands on himself in the bushes.
I'm gonna let Rovan ride in front this time and pretend like he's steering.
Yeah.
Nice.
I feel like I'm 4 years old again on my dad's tractor.
Nice.
Like,
Should we give him advantage for the confidence that he feels?
No.
thank you for that. I tried. Even I disagreed with
Good
that.
thought.
It's okay. Be advocates for each other. That's what it's all about.
Yes.
Um,
You won't fight for
yeah.
yourself,
So I mean,
nobody
you guys kind of travel down the road pretty much without many issues. You pass by small travelers in along the way, and it's just nothing too descript. Nothing like the Gold Canary. I assume you just kind of brush or blow past it because there's some time to account for here.
The only person who cares about the Gold Canary is Zero, and the charms of the Gold Canary are mostly lost on him anyway.
Right. So yeah, that's true.
I know, you're shaking your head, James. It is sad. It is sad.
Tragic.
It
A
really
robot
is.
can't appreciate good things.
I
It's
know.
okay. We're just gonna have to have like a teaching a robot how to love sort of episode at some point.
Teaching a robot to be a true Epicurean.
A very special episode of Hapless Heroes.
Tonight, hapless heroes.
Zero
Robot
wins
learns.
to.
All right, this took a turn.
No, it's okay.
Tropes are.
I've come to accept that we're just always taking turns, though. So you just gotta own them at this point. You just gotta own them. So yeah, you make it down. You guys travel for another few hours, and it starts to get dark, and you can see, as the sun is starting to set, the landscape begins to change a bit, and where the rolling hills essentially give way to these sort of scorched plains and mountainous ridges, kind of all over the landscape now, sort of blocking the view of the horizon. And issuing forth from one of the larger peaks directly ahead is just, plumes and plumes of volcanic ash, to the point where the further you continue along down the road, the more ash starts to fall, and sooner or later you can no longer see the scorched earth, but rather just a layer of ash that you're walking through. It's in sort of the cloud cover, it's sort of almost like cloud coverage above you, but that's all it is just ash from this volcano.
Shit.
And as it begins to darken, especially because of the fact that the sunlight itself has been blocked out, and it's getting into later in the evening, you run out of light pretty quick. But further ahead, sort of towards the base of this mountain, where say it's still, you can see, because of how it's flattened out a little bit over here, it's still a few miles ahead. But there appears to be some sort of camp set up sort of at the base of this mountain. And you can see a whole bunch of different torches and things moving back and forth, like sort of you can almost see like lights from mine carts and whatnot, and things like that. But it's hard to kind of make out numbers of people, so to speak. But you
Can we
think
hear
that this
anything?
is the place that's marked on your map. Like this is kind of be where the forge is. And I mean, like I said, you guys are still a few miles away, but still kind of slowly approaching now that the ground has become a little bit more treacherous, or just a little bit more, like the landscape has kind of changed a bit. So you're trying to adjusting yourselves to traversing through here.
So we're just like coming up on this camp. There's just like a camp.
Yeah, you're still, like I said, a few miles away. It's in the distance.
We're gonna have to fight people. We can't just start shooting in blindly because Razi wants the workers.
He sure does.
So we got to find out what we're up against? Question mark.
I would tend to agree.
Anybody?
What time of day are we arriving there?
Let's say it is 8 p.m.
Okay, so shifts have probably gone out unless this is a 24-hour shop.
I mean, it's underground. Don't you think they just mine all the time?
I feel like they're working on
Maybe.
some
I mean,
pretty rough
Actually, who wants to
conditions.
give me something? Like, who wants to tell me what they know about Dwergar? Who wants to give me a history check?
So many messages.
That is not me.
Not me. 9.
I'll give it a go. And even with modifiers, that only comes to a 7. So
Oh yeah, all you know is that there's some sort of race of dwarves, and even you remember that they're not really big fans of sunlight. Just because for some reason, like you would
Dwergar
think,
aren't really a thing in Telduria.
right? I mean, you've read about them like in sort of different books and stuff like that in your studies, and no, like so far there have not been any Dwergar encountered in Telduria. But that's all you know. So you might be able to deduce that maybe this is like their prime working time because it's dark. And again, you're still miles away.
So let's.
Just to check, 8 p.m. is the time right now, or the time we will be
The
arriving?
the time right now.
Okay, so we would be arriving later in the night.
That's
yeah,
how it works.
I mean, and not too much later, only because you guys can go pretty fast on the horses. If you were to take a slower pace, like a walking pace, it would take you, about an hour.
Okay.
I
But
feel like having the workers on our side when we get there would be to our advantage. So I feel like we should get there as quickly as possible.
Putting the workers on our side, are we going to start a workers' revolt like Ocean's 13 or something? Or?
I would say that would be the way to do it.
I could see some kind of George
I
Clooney,
feel
Matt Damon thing
that I
going on here.
am
All right.
willing to play the Danny Ocean part.
It certainly isn't going to be me playing the Danny Ocean.
So, what do we do here, crew? We just rolling up and fighting these homies? Like, we don't even know how many of them there are. It's like a whole camp. Like, I got no good ideas. Aside from, I'm high in intimidation, so I was thinking about just trying to shout at them and, like, then they wouldn't want to fight us.
What does
I
the per-
agree. I
what
am
does the
also
perimeter
high on
look like?
intimidation.
what's that?
What does the perimeter look like?
Yeah. Can we roll
Like,
perception just to take a see what
It's
as
a
we
gander
roll
from
up
here.
to the camp?
Just want to see
Like,
what
are there
everything
guard
looks like.
towers? Are there?
How like when you like I guess when you said you're rolling up, like how close are you rolling up?
I feel like we're steaming in.
We're gonna find, conveniently for us,
Mm-hmm.
there's a nice perch
little hilltop.
500 feet away.
There is now, sure.
Yeah,
I don't know.
yourself? No, I'm just asking.
I mean, there's probably
Yeah.
somewhere where you can kind of climb up some of the like sort of
No, there
the
is.
bald-faced rock.
There is.
that-
I saw it. It's right over there.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Are you the DM now?
No,
No,
I'm just
but
saying,
he
it'd be
can
convenient-
jump really high.
It'd be
so he
convenient
saw
for
it.
us if
We're
there
a
was
self
some
DMing party.
Yes.
I mean, I have a +5 at athletics. I can jump pretty high and see what.
kick a soccer ball
climb.
around, Flareon.
Like a normal
Plus
human
5
being
acrobatics.
or Goliath.
Very, very acrobatic.
Why don't we say?
So for 500 feet is that an acceptable distance away? So somewhere.
Well, we'll say that 1,750 feet away.
Okay.
There is a sort of a ridge of like a bald face rock that kind of like juts up from like this sort of rocky like landscape.
I'd like to go 1,250 feet closer and see if we could find something else. I'm just kidding.
Wait, I was just saying that's.
Yeah, you said
No.
1750 and I said 500.
No, he mathed it.
Yeah, I
He
mathed
mathed
it.
it.
It took
He
me a
mathed
second.
it real good.
It took me a second.
See, and you're gonna go past this.
No, I'm just
this
saying we
lookout point?
can sit here and look. This seems like an acceptable distance. I just want to be a pain in the dupa.
Don't piss off the DM.
All right, who's trying to climb up there?
Okay.
Yeah.
Rovan.
It just makes the most sense. 20.
Yeah. Takes you a little bit, but you get up there.
Sure.
We'll say it's like a 50-foot cliff, like ridge area. It's like sort of like a
It's kind of like dang.
like. Have you ever been to? Let's see. I'm trying to like reference this somehow. The Garden of the Gods in Colorado. Have you ever seen photos of that? How it's like these like large but like flat pieces of rock. Imagine that, but it's maybe like if they were a little bit more sloped, essentially. That's kind of what these rock faces look like.
So does this give me a better perspective?
There's a yeah. I mean they plateau a bit at the top, enough for you to kind of sit down or like lay down a minute and just like kind of look out. I mean, yeah, you can see, but it's dark, so you can really mostly just see the light moving around.
Are there torches like that would
Yeah,
indicate
I mean, like
towers?
Rovan, perception check. See what you can see.
15.
I mean, it's mostly just an assortment of tents. There's what appear to be minecart tracks that go into a large mouth, like opening into the mountain. Aside from that, you can see that there's like a lot of people like hauling different equipment to and fro, boxes of random like ore and different like even fully forged weapons, and there seems to be some foremans and teamsters sort of like directing the flow of traffic. From what it appears like, you can kind of see some people.
It's probably like shadow movement, more or less.
It's just it's a lot of it's a hustle and bustle. There's a lot of movement of a lot of different workers.
So they're definitely active, and there are a lot of them.
Yes.
Okay. So
But the workers we're not worried about, right? Like
by
fighting us.
Yeah, by estimation, there's at least 30 that you can tell are moving around.
yeah.
Unless they have stock.
I mean, my thought at this point in time is, since what it doesn't look like is a militarized camp or anything that's going to be crazy. There's not like 500 workers there or 1,000 workers there. I just want to roll into the middle of camp and state that this is now our boss's mine and see who stops us.
I think that sounds like an awful idea.
I feel like I would
But
err
we're
on the
gonna
side
have
of
to
caution
fight
here.
This.
We're gonna have to fight all the guys who are gonna fight us anyways. I figure.
All right, I think
Okay,
the best
coming
course
from
of
the
action
least
is to.
stealthy person, I feel like
No, yeah, I
be a
don't.
little bit more
Stealthy.
unaware of our actions.
We
Like,
definitely
don't
need
want
to
them.
stealth this.
Like we don't want 30 of
situation.
them turning on
Yeah.
us,
No,
and that's
but-
all we know. Like there's obviously a mine there. There's more people in the mine.
All right, so how far away is the most isolated tent?
They're all in a cluster.
They're all on a cluster.
Yeah.
That makes
Okay.
sense.
But we're not. Correct me if I'm wrong here. We're not worried about the workers fighting us.
No, but we don't know who are actual workers and who aren't.
Also, if things go
We just
south,
see people
the workers are
around.
going to put themselves in a position where we might have to shoot them, and we want to keep this place as staffed as
I
possible.
believe that was
We're
also
replacing
part of the.
management.
Yeah,
Touche.
that was part of.
All right, we'll do it your
Well,
way.
is there some way we can raise some sort of awareness from afar and
We-
kind of see who jumps to action to see what we're dealing with before we roll in?
That's not a bad idea. Or we could get closer and figure out
Yeah.
kind of who's in charge.
Yeah.
All right.
Also, what you're looking for is
I
a
like your idea,
distraction.
too.
Raising awareness is for cancer.
I'm wearing all pink right now.
I mean, right. I mean, workers are not going to go, oh my God, there's something up there. Let's go check it out.
Right.
We're going to get the guards. We're going
Right.
to get people that are meant to look for us.
Right.
So we can at least assess
Mhm.
how many
what
people
we're
we
dealing
all right
have
with
with
that.
prior to rolling.
However, we also would alert if we end up with more people than we want to fight. That would be a problem.
Very true.
But my thought is, if we end up with more people than we're gonna fight, we're boned anyways.
Well,
Either way, we're going to have to go.
Light
together.
of
That was my thought when just riding into the middle of camp and just being
Right,
like,
but if
"We're
we
here."
figure out who's in charge, you take that person out, and then we're in charge.
Yep. We're more than a quarter mile away.
I'm
It
looking
gives
at
us
more
enough time to
diplomatically.
light a
Correct.
fire
Agreed.
and then not be where the fire is.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, so like right
So we
here,
light a
like,
fire and then peace
where,
out.
like
or
on top,
hide.
like where you are, like kind of scouting
Yeah.
this out, like Okay.
Interesting. I like it.
Who's lighting the fire? Like, what are you doing? What is it look like? What's this?
Uh-huh.
Well, no, I mean,
Describe
didn't
the
you
plan.
climb up on this thing? Wouldn't it be maybe if you
Oh
lit
yeah,
it,
like
if you lit the fire up on the ledge, you'll
Right.
clearly be able to see
I am
it.
harboring a tinderbox and some torches, so I.
oh, as am I.
Bargain basement beacon of Gondor here.
All right, so it looks like we're lighting a forest fire.
We're
So
lighting an
tinderbox,
entire
that's-
forest fire.
that's something
There's
I
no
can use to
forest.
light something?
Oh no.
Yeah.
Big rock
No,
fire.
it's rocks and ash.
Big
Dang
rock
it.
and ash fire.
Even if there were trees, they died generations ago
I hate the
because
fact
it's
that I
raining
read body
ash.
language so well.
All right.
A generational fire.
So-
In a metagaming kind of way.
So I'm just gonna ask you right now. A, what are you burning?
Well,
And
hell,
B, and I'm only asking this not to be an
Yeah, no,
asshole.
this isn't gonna work.
lighting the torches should be enough. All we need is enough light to get someone's attention.
Right.
If they're-
Light is the key. Because if you're trying to send off smoke signals, you're in an area that's literally covered in raining ash.
Also,
There's smoke everywhere.
we're now at about 9 o'clock at night.
True.
Give or take,
Maybe
yeah.
39.
Maybe a little before 9.
It's very likely dark or getting dark by now. Smoke isn't as effective in the dark, but light is way more effective in the dark.
Correct.
Well, I was thinking of sending an arrow to start something somewhere where we're not.
Right.
So
Like, we don't want to be where the light is.
Agreed.
Again,
No.
okay, so but what are you trying to burn? Because
Yeah.
everything around here is pretty scorched.
What about a tent?
So
We
meaning
can
that
just.
nothing's going to catch, is what you're telling us.
Well,
It's
what is-
already caught.
What is
It's
the
already been
material?
caught, yeah.
What are the material of the tent that are how far away from us currently on this hilltop? If I send a flaming javelin at one of the tents in the middle of the camp,
I mean, I did already kind of state, yeah, like over
so
1,700 feet away.
way further than
Way
I can throw a
further than you can
javelin.
huck a javelin.
besides, we don't want to light something in the camp. We want to light something out of the camp to draw people away.
Correct.
Even if we take a couple of the torches out of one of our packs, if we put it on top of this rock here, jam it in the rock,
And
torch
then-
on top of that should be even once
There
it
you
gets
go.
dark.
and then
That's
scoot
enough
away.
light.
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay,
Alright,
I
so
can accept that as something that would work.
Just so that I can understand it, we are luring them to where we are now, but we are piecing out.
Yes.
Yeah.
So who has torches on their person?
I think we all do.
I have.
I do.
I do. I have about 10 of them.
I have a hooded lantern.
A whole bunch of torches I got.
All right, we
Whole
really
lantern.
want this
I
to
feel
work,
like if we're
so
doing
maybe we
infiltration,
should
that's
do
a thing.
two torches each for whoever has one.
Yeah.
Alright.
Hell, 10 torches is a lot of torches.
Can part way with 2 torches.
Okay.
Yeah.
How are you arranging them in any particular fashion, or just kind of like setting them up?
How many do we have?
I would like.
It's oddly phallic
Apparently,
shaped.
it's 10.
It's 10.
That seems to be the consensus right now. That you guys
Everyone
are
gives up two.
arranging 10 torches.
Well, I don't have any.
Okay, so it's 8.
Okay.
8 torches.
8 torches.
8 torches.
Well, there goes our torch pentagram.
What? I really would like a pentagram.
Sorry, guys. Well, 2 of you can.
Put
I
two
mean,
more
I
torches
could
in.
throw 2 more in. I gladly will. To
All
make
right,
a
so you're
pentagram.
making a pentagram.
Yes.
like-
Pentagram of torches.
We are
Sure.
presenting ourselves as a cult.
Okay.
It's really gonna fucking throw them off.
Once you light the torches, where do you guys go?
Base of the hill, closer to camp.
We need if they're
Exit
coming
stage
towards,
left.
we need to go lateral. We need to go one side or the other.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, you can probably go. I would say you might be able to get away with going back to sort of where this one rock face that Roman was scouting out on top of, like where it sort of meets the ground again, like where it begins, and almost like use that as like some of like the rocks that are at the base of it to like sort of hide behind, and that would only be maybe, why don't we say, 75 feet from where you are laying this pentagram.
We can even go further. Like what I'm thinking is, we light it. We go parallel, like we go around, and then we can start cutting in. And, as long as they're ogling over our, faux satanic ritual, we should be able to get back in before they do.
It's fully satanic.
Well, faux. It's fake Satanism here. It's not fully satanic.
Speak for yourself, Zero.
Is your
I
plan,
am.
your plan is to double back or to go to the camp?
I think he's
Yeah,
saying.
get
I would say
around
go-
and back
yes,
into the
and
camp
then
from
back
a
into
different
the
angle
camp.
than they're coming out.
Which you can
Correct.
totally do by going around this like particular rock formation.
What does that do though?
It gets us, hopefully, what I'm thinking is avoid the workers, avoid the guards, sneak in, go directly to management, shake them down.
Yeah, lay of the land as well. I mean, without anybody there.
And then we are in the camp, defending the camp when they're coming back, rather than
We can do that if
we are in the camp.
if we make it a really quick operation. We either hold up or eliminate management. Yeah, it becomes a defensible position. We've got the light. We've got the.
I like the strategy.
Take off the guy on top, you become the top. So you might as well find that guy.
You got beef with this?
No, I don't think it's a bad plan.
It's tough. We got to move.
I feel like if there's enough guards to take out, like if there's only 3 or 4 people that come to the fire, we might as well just take them out.
Yep.
I feel like we could.
Yeah.
Okay.
The other side to that, we could do that, and that gives us the option of if it stays lit and no one comes back from the first wave, a second wave might come out.
Well, should we split up?
I just feel like getting rid of the muscle is going to be easier for us to persuade management.
It's not a horrible idea.
Who's got most persuasion?
I have intimidation.
That'll help.
Which I
works
feel like
just
is
about
the,
the
I
same.
have
the
intimidation
persuasion we
as well.
need.
Okay.
Okay.
I am.
So
I
it
am
sounds like you guys have a
intimidated.
general idea of a plan. Am I right?
Yeah.
Yes.
So the torch is lit.
Torches are lit.
Torches are lit.
lit.
Pentagram
Beacons
is
are
set.
lit.
Pentagram
Gondor
is
calls
set.
for aid.
Satan is beckoning.
Yeah. Speaking of Gondor calling for aid, like maybe a few moments after the torches light and sort of form this symbol.
Pentagram. It's called the pentagram.
Yeah. You hear a horn sound, and you can't see. I'll probably find one.
You
I'll
sure?
probably find a
Because
sound
we can
effect
do
for
that right now. Go
No,
ahead.
I'll probably find a sound effect for that. Unless you, here, go for it.
Aruga.
Yeah, I think I'm going to use that. Oh my god.
That was hilarious.
And you hear, but you cannot see, but you hear a stampede of little feet coming from the camp
Oh god.
in your direction,
In the direction of the flame.
in the direction of the flame.
Because we're not at the flame. Right?
Pitter pattering
No.
near the point.
We found some cover.
You can,
Okay.
yeah, but you can hear them. You just cannot see them, and that's what we're going to call it for this episode.
Nice split.
Dun,
Fucker.
dun, dun.
So this
Oh,
has
you
been,
use your inspiration.
yeah. Sorry, buddy.
Oh, dude, I can't carry
Womp,
the next one.
womp.
For show, man.
No, sometimes you
I
can't.
can't inspire
Sometimes
the
you can't.
flames. The pentagram isn't.
Sometimes you
We'll
can't.
let it be.
Yeah.
Whatever will be, will
All right,
be.
though.
Anyways, so this has been another special episode of the Hapless Heroes investigating this Zero story arc here. So, just gonna go ahead and sign off. From my left, we got James playing Sven Svensson,
Have a good one.
Mike playing Robin,
See you next time.
Dave playing Zero,
Have a great night.
Zach
day.
playing Spike,
I'm out of here.
and Massimo playing Flareon.
Yeah, okay, see you later.
And again, my name is Francesco. I've been your host and DM for this evening. Find us on the internet. We are at Hapless Heroes on Twitter. You can also, even if you are not a social media buff, shoot us an email. We're at haplessheroes@gmail.com. Love to hear from you. Love to hear what you guys think of the show.
If you download the podcast, we love 5-star reviews.
Oh yeah, you can also leave a review on iTunes if you
Love
feel like it.
them.
Even on Stitcher, I noticed that they do reviews as well. Whatever you feel like contributing if you really like the show. We just want to say thank you guys for listening. We're just kind of a big family here. We just want to make you feel like you're sitting at the table here with us, and we hope that that's exactly the experience that we brought you. So
One of the family members we like.
yeah,
Right,
one of the family members
right,
we like.
right.
Yeah.
Shitty
Not the
family.
Not the
creepy
racist
uncle.
uncle.
Not your racist uncle, but like one of the good ones.
Drunk
yeah.
uncle.
Drunk.
Drunkle.
So with that, I want to say just thank you again for listening, and on behalf of all of us, good night.
Out.